There is something about noodles that makes everyone love them. And I thank the creative spirit of the humankind because nowadays you can make noodles pretty much out of everything. Hey guys, my name is Anastasia and welcome to Happy Bellyfish channel. Together I'm sharing with you my love and passion to this gorgeous vegetable, to zucchini, and we are going to create noodles, zucchini noodles. Let's get started with our favorite part of actually creating the gorgeous noodle shape. So the most popular way to do it is probably to use a spiralizer, a funny machine that my toddler really likes to play with. And I'm just going to show you how to use it. What you need to do is pick zucchinis that are not too thin, because then they will spiralize better. And it, frankly speaking, can be any type of vegetable. It doesn't have to be a zucchini. It just has to be thick enough. And then you're just cutting off the sides, putting the zucchini right here, squeezing the machine, and here you go. Look at this beautiful zucchini noodle. And actually what you're having here, my daughter used to love this part of the vegetable because it reminded her of mushrooms. So I would just put it in the oven and bake it, and we will call it mushrooms. Or you can simply eat it. Very tasty, fresh. I don't like waste, especially these delicious and healthy things. And now I will show you how to make a different type of a zucchini noodle if all you have is just a zucchini peeler. For this job you might want to pick even thicker zucchini so that you don't waste much of it, because all you want to do is have very thin, long slices of it. And the longer the slices are, the longer your noodles are going to be. Making zucchini noodles with a vegetable slicer takes a little bit of practice sometimes. But I just want to tell you that please be super careful when you use those peelers, because they're super sharp and it's super easy to cut your fingers when you're using it for making the noodles with zucchini. So all you want to do is just slice it this way. You slice it and it's very thin. Be super careful with your fingers. Here you go. The lovely part about making your own Zoodles is that the process is quite enjoyable. It's like making your own crafts. And if you have picky eaters in the house who say that they don't love vegetables and they don't like zucchini, you can try to engage them in the process of making your noodles and spirals and see if it makes any difference to them. The food that you made yourself always tastes better. So what we are having here right now, and the thin slices of zucchinis. This is, by the way, the beginning of making a different, very beautiful zucchini recipe, zucchini lasagna. Here you would not need to do anything else. You just take the slices, you put them in layers, you put the sauce, and your lasagna is ready. But we are going to take it to the next level and cut it into thinner stripes that will make them look exactly like the noodles. Make sure that your knife is really, really sharp. So you're taking a sharp knife and you make it into 3. Seriously, it doesn't matter how thin or thick you do it, it depends on how you love it. But surely you want to make sure that they're more or less equal in size. And here it is. We've got 2 different cuts, 2 different types of noodles that we made from zucchini. One is with a spiralizer and one is without. Now it's our turn to cook it. Concerning the cooking, there are 2 ways that you can approach it. Of course, you can also eat it raw and just simply mix it with the wonderful salad dressing and other colorful vegetables and turn it into a beautifully, nicely cut salad. Just look at it. Or you can cook it. To cook it, you can steam it for a little bit just for 2-3 minutes, because then it softens and it also releases certain nutrients in the zucchini. You can also blanch them by putting into the hot water, boiling water, for just about 30 seconds. Or if you're making it with a sauce, like I'm going to do now, you can follow the classic method of pasta preparation. You make the sauce in the pan and then you switch off the heat and you put noodles and you mix them with the hot sauce, and it also pre-cooks your gorgeous noodles. Let's get to our pasta creation. Here are all the ingredients that you're going to need for this simple pasta, the avocado pesto. It's avocado based, so you'll just need a nice ripe avocado, juice of about half a lemon, a little bit of garlic, and just for the decoration, I'm going to use some cherry tomatoes. Absolutely optional, but you know, the better food looks, the tastier it tastes. So that's why I love to throw more colors here and there. And I will only use here salt and pepper, so no fancy spices, everything as simple as it can get. The only fancy piece of equipment that you might want to use but don't have to is a blender. You can also simply mash the avocado with a fork, but I love to use a blender because it's just super fast. So I'll simply scoop my avocado in here. Both of them, both halves. It's so creamy and nice. It's just perfect avocado. And then I'll squeeze my lemon like this. If you have a lemon juicer, wonderful. You'll save some time and effort for yourself. Okay, so it's a juice about of half a lemon. It's nice and juicy. And as a final touch, I'm adding a little bit of salt. Now you might wonder, what happened with the garlic? Did I forget to put it in? No. The important trick that I want to share with you is that in these type of sauces, in these type of pestos, garlic should always be cooked. So we are not going to cook this for a long time, the avocado. We are basically just heating it later. That's why I'm going to flavor the olive oil with garlic, then put the sauce inside and top it with our pasta. And this is how it's going to work. I'm just going to blend it quickly and we'll proceed with preparing the sauce base. Ba-dam! Our pesto is ready. It's really thick. Don't worry, you can always thin it with a little bit of water. Even if you had difficulties blending your avocado, you can add some water there as well. Meanwhile, our pan has been heating and I'm just going to chop the garlic very quickly, very finely. Some chefs say there is never too much garlic, but it really depends on the garlic also, how strong it is. A good amount of olive oil heated. Oh, the smell of olive oil is coming up. So good, so good. And now is the time to add your garlic. And to cook it just slightly, just until the smell comes out. Don't brown it. You actually don't want the pieces of brown garlic in this particular pasta. You know that when it comes to flavor building, heat and fat are your best friends. Just make sure that it's a healthy fat. And don't forget, not all oils are equal. On our website happybellyfish.com we actually have a healthy cooking bootcamp where we go into big details about which fats are good for you for cooking and which ones are not so good. So you might want to check it out and also learn on our channel more about how to pick the truly healthy olive oil that will actually give health benefits to you but won't take it from you. So strong this garlic is, just went right into my eye. Did you know that cooking is hazardous? You need to follow some precautions, which I obviously don't. That's the problem of cooking. You get taken over by the emotion connected to your food. Okay, so our garlic is ready, and now is the time to add an avocado. And simultaneously, I'll also add some water here. And what we're having here is a beautiful sauce. The smells of garlic and olive oil. And if you think that there is too much green in this pan, then you're right. That's why it's a perfect time to add your gorgeous cherry tomatoes, just to put some flavor. And you also don't cook them much, you just simply heat them. And we'll add a little more later, okay? And now you just put in your zucchini noodle. And make sure that at this point you reduce your heat to the minimum. You actually don't want your zucchini to cook too much. Also keep in mind that zucchinis are really gentle creatures. So if you want your zucchinis to keep the long shape and really look like a noodle, you have to do them with a lot of love. But the way you work with them is the same as you would work with pasta. You just gently coat them in a beautiful sauce. If you decide to cook your zucchinis, then just do it for a few minutes. Otherwise, once you serve it, they will tear completely. The other trick that you can use is just cover it with a lid with the heat off, and then the steam, which will be coming from the hot pan, will still cook your zucchinis to the desired consistency. For me, it's perfect as it is, and this is the high time to serve it. Let me serve it nicely. It also works great with the tongs. Oh, wow! Is it really zucchini? And I'll take the nicely coated noodle. I love noodles. It's one of the best human inventions, don't you think so? And we put some beautiful tomatoes. Fun fact, tomatoes are more nutritious when you cook them. Here you go, your first delicious zoodle pasta is ready. Now let's head to the second one. Our second recipe actually follows absolutely the same principle. It's just that the flavor direction will take us more toward Asia, because we're going to create a peanut sauce, and this is exactly the same thing that we're going to do. Heat some oil, put garlic to flavor the oil, but instead of the avocado puree, we'll add peanut butter, thinned with water, soy sauce, and some lemon juice. And of course some chilies, because we want to have a little bit of heat in this particular noodle dish. Heat some oil, throw the garlic in. So we are basically creating the classic peanut sauce in the pan. We put your peanut butter and we put some soy sauce. And we simply mix it. It has to cook all together. And if you see that it's becoming too thick, you just have to add some water. It's that simple. For this amount, just 1 tablespoon will be enough. And then when your sauce is ready, you add your noodles gently. And you coat them. Cook them for a couple of minutes on a low flame. And for that extra kick, at the very end, you add some chili pepper. Actually, the pepper that I'm adding is a fermented chili pepper. We run a lot of fermentation workshops in our online school, so we end up with a lot of ferments that are wonderful to use in food and kind of take your flavors to the absolutely next level. Here it is, your delicious, quick and healthy Zoodle pasta is ready. And if you've noticed, both of these recipes are actually vegan and they're super simple to prepare. And by the way, we created a very special vegan meal plan which has recipes worth of 1 week for breakfast, lunch and dinner and even snacks, and you can have it absolutely for free. It also has all the nutrition information and even the recipes. You can grab your copy in the description of this video and get inspired by more healthy and delicious vegan recipes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll see you on our channel in the next video. Ciao!